everybody, it's Scott from NoMapsNeededTravel. Today I thought I would share with you some of my favorite things that I take when I'm traveling in my luggage or in my carry-on. Now they don't all go with me every single time, but these are the things that I feel I need when I'm traveling. Before I get started, why don't you take a moment and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you can keep up to date with all of our content. You can see where we're going to do some staycations, keep up to date with our vacations coming in the future, and fun stuff like this. So let's get started. Firstly, I want to share with you my favorite bag. So this bag I use as my carry-on, usually when I'm flying or going on a cruise ship. Firstly, I should say this is not sponsored. I did purchase this bag, but I do want to share where I got it. So this is from Herschel Supply Company. It's a local company here in Vancouver. They've been around for many years and they make some of the best bags for traveling. This is called the Travel Tote. What I love about this bag is it has multiple pockets and lots of space. It has two big handles on the top so you can actually hang it off your arm if you need to, and it's really easy to carry. If your hands are full, this is my favorite option. If you turn the bag around and you go inside this pocket, there are two backpack straps. So if you pull them out, you can clip them into little clips here on the side, and you now have a backpack and your hands free. It's amazing. It also has the slide through so that you can hook it onto a rolling bag. So when you extend the handle on your bag, you can put it on there and then you don't even have to carry it. It has a padded interior pocket for your iPad or your laptop, as well as lots of room for all the stuff you need to fill it with. I recommend checking Herschel Supply Company out, especially if you live here in Canada, and check out all of their amazing items. A lot of them are made for travel, but some of them are for everyday use as well. Let's put this down. So the next thing that goes with me is stuff to keep myself clean when I'm traveling. Especially right now with what's going on in the world, you want to make sure that you are keeping your hands clean. So I always carry a tiny bottle of hand sanitizer so that I have it with me if I need to wash my hands. But if I'm near a sink, I found these amazing little sheets that you can buy. And so inside this, there's little tiny paper thin, it's not gonna let me take it out, paper thin sheets that are soap. They dissolve in water, so you put it in your hand, put water in your hands, and they lather up just like normal soap. It's a great item to have with you. There's so many times where I've been in an airport, you go to use the sink and you try to pump out the hand soap and nothing comes out. If you have these in your pocket, you're set. The next thing I always carry is different ways to sanitize items. A little tiny bottle of Lysol spray, as well as Lysol wipes. They come in handy if you're getting on a plane, you want to spray down the tray table, wipe down the seat belt, whatever it might be, you have something to do it with. On a cruise ship, it's the first thing I do when I get into my stateroom. I wipe down the door handles, all the high-touch surfaces so that I can make sure that, they're usually clean anyway, but it just gives you that peace of mind that you've done it yourself. If I'm traveling on a plane, hydration is always key for me. I find I get dehydrated really quickly, so I always carry lip balm to keep my lips from chapping. I carry this with me. This is a face mist, so it moisturizes your skin. So when you're sitting in your seat midair, you can just open it up, give yourself a quick spritz, just like that, and it makes you feel refreshed. This one I get from the Body Shop here in Canada, and it's mint, and it makes your skin feel really nice when you're starting to get dry. I usually carry a small bottle of hand lotion with me. I just don't have that with me right now. So the next thing I have to keep hydrated is a cup or a water bottle. I like this one because it works for hot and cold. It has the option to, put coffee in it, but then you can also open this little thing and you put a straw in there and you have a perfect water bottle. So I usually take this with me. You can fill it once you get through security and carry it on the plane with you. It's great when you're on a cruise as well, because there's so many options where you can get water around the ship and just fill it up, or have them fill it out of the jugs in the buffet, and you can have water with you anywhere you go. The other thing I like to take with me is a portable humidifier. Most people will think I'm crazy. Put some water in this, you plug it in, and it runs for about 6 hours, and it will just do a mist into the air, and again, it keeps you hydrated. Especially if you're staying on an interior cabin on a cruise ship, I find that super handy. It keeps things, it keeps some moisture in the air, so it's not so dry. The next thing that I carry with me is what I found in the drugstore is Hydralyte. So it comes in a travel tube like this, or you can get packets. So that you put it into a water bottle or just a cup of water. This one is tablets. This is like little packets with powder in it. You just mix it into water, and it is a electrolyte supplement so that you don't get dehydrated. I like to use those when I'm flying. I usually drop it in my cup with my water and drink it throughout the flight, and it keeps you hydrated so you don't feel so bad when you get off the plane. So one thing I forgot to mention with the keeping clean and disinfecting is my newest purchase. I haven't had a chance to try this when I travel yet, so on our next outing we will have to test it out. But online, on Amazon, I found a portable UV light. So you see those cases that you can put your phones in all the time that it uses the UV light to sanitize your items. That is exactly what this does. I don't know if I shine this in the camera if it's going to do something, but as you can see, it turns on a UV light, and you hold it over whatever it is that you're trying to sanitize. They say about 10 to 20 seconds, either waving it across or holding it over, depending on what it is, and it will help kill any germs and bacteria. I don't know how well it works yet, but we're going to see what happens. I can put the link for it. As I said, I got it on Amazon. We'll put the link down below in the description. There's multiple different ones on there, but I found this one was the smallest and most portable. So we will put the link on there and you can check it out. The next thing I take with me is room spray. So many times you get into a hotel room and there's that musty smell, or your stateroom on a cruise ship, and to freshen it up, I always take a little bit of room spray with me. I like these ones. They're tiny, they fit in a pocket anywhere, and you could even carry them around with you if you needed to. But they are so handy. There's so many times where I've gone to a hotel room and you just get weird smells, and you just need to make it smell better. The other thing on my list is Downy Wrinkle Releaser. Everybody's gonna say, why do you need that? Well, when you go on a cruise ship, there is always a formal night, almost always. And if you're gonna wear a dress shirt, you may need to get those wrinkles out because it's been sitting in a bag for a while. So it's hard to find an iron on a cruise ship. Obviously you can't take one with you. You're not allowed to carry a steamer with you. So this is the next best thing. You just spray it on the clothes, give it a little bit of a pull and a tug, and it releases the wrinkles. That way you don't have to look like your clothes have been crumpled into a ball in the bottom of your suitcase for the last 48 hours. So I always carry a bottle of that. Next, I'll move on to some things that I have that aren't necessarily important to everybody, but to me, I like to have them. First thing is a small fan. I like a little bit of white noise when I sleep. You're in a hotel or a cruise ship. There's noises around you that are going to disturb you. I find this little fan, again, found it on Amazon. It runs on a battery, or you can plug it into a USB. So you can plug it into a plug by the side of your bed. I think you can see the side. It has 3 different speeds, and it makes just enough noise that it kind of drowns out the things around you. Keeps the air moving if you're in an inside cabin. Keeps you cool if you set it by, on the nightstand next to the bed. It's just enough airflow to keep you cooler if it's warm. So I always carry that with me. Then the next thing I have is my utensils. So in here, I have a fork, a spoon, a knife, a metal straw, and some chopsticks. So with this, I like to carry it with me, one, for sustainability. You know, everywhere you go, they're gonna give you a plastic fork. Here's a straw that's plastic. And you don't wanna do that when you're traveling. You wanna make sure that you're being as eco-friendly as possible. And there's many places you go to now that don't have all that. So when I was last in Hawaii, they actually don't give you plastic cutlery. They would give you either wood or paper straws. Paper straws don't cut it for me. So I always carry a metal straw in here. It's always good to have, especially if you forget it when you're at the food court in the airport and you grab your food and you forget to get cutlery. Well, don't have to get up again to go back and get it. You have it right in your bag. This has come in handy many times. Next, I'm going to talk about some of the small electronic stuff that I take with me, the gadgets. So one thing I cannot live without is either a USB hub or a plug with extra plugs on it. Now, I like to go on cruises, and this one is one of the best things that I take with me. So usually there's only about two to three plugs in a room on a cruise ship, and this will extend one of them into 2 plugs and 2 USBs. It is not surge protected. That is very important. Cruise ships will not let you to take on any kind of extension cords or power adapters that are surge protected. So I searched and found one that was not, and again found this at Costco of all places, and it comes in very handy. And then I also have my USB hub port. It just has a normal plug that goes into it, and this allows me to charge all my devices at once and not have to worry about taking up all the plugs in the room, because I can just plug in everything into this. I can do my phone, my tablet, my camera, and every other thing that I have all at once. And it's small and compact. I always like to carry my little speaker with me. You never know when you're going to want music. And yes, of course, it is a Llama. If you don't know already, I love llamas and alpacas. So this is my little speaker. I take them with me wherever I go, and whenever I'm traveling. And that way, if I want to listen to some music, I can have better volume going on than just what's coming out of my phone, or not have to use my headphones. And I especially like this when you're in your room getting ready to go out for dinner or something, and you have some music to play. You want to make sure you keep everything charged. So not only do I use my USB hubs, I always make sure I carry a couple portable chargers with me. So these allow me to toss it in my bag, and if my phone or camera are getting low, it allows me to charge it on the spot, and I don't have to worry about having to plug in anywhere. So I make sure that I bring a couple of these with me when I travel. And the next thing I usually always bring is a power pad to charge my phone. So instead of having to run a cord, across the room or whatever you have to do to find that plug in, if you have one of these, you can just set it on the nightstand and you can just set your phone on it and charge it, assuming that you have a phone that you can do that with. So I like to bring this. It's just more convenient. You can just set it on there the moment you come into your room, and you know that your phone is being charged. Speaking of phones, when I carry my phone with me and I travel, I carry a case with a strap on it. So this way you can loop it around your wrist and take those photos that you want to take, film that video, and not have to worry if you drop your phone, because it's secure to your body. I do this so that I can take those shots from the side of the cruise ship and not have to worry about, I'm not scared that my phone's going to fall into the water. So I do make sure that I use this with my phone. And I can put a link to this. Again, I purchased it on Amazon, and I can put a link to it in the description below for you. The last thing I carry when it comes to electronics is my case that I keep all of my cords and little bits and pieces in. This I got, it's from Travelon, which is a company that makes a whole bunch of travel accessories. And I love it because it's small, but it holds basically all the cords and everything I need, and I can just tuck it into a small pocket on one of my bags. So that just keeps everything organized. I can kind of show you what it looks like. And again, we'll put the link below to the Travelon website, and hopefully, I know they carry these still, so, or they'll have something very similar. And they come in different sizes. I think this is the smallest one. That's really all I need when I travel. I don't carry too many cords and stuff anymore because most things can charge on the same cord. A couple other last few things that I have. I always carry a travel umbrella with me. Might not be in my bag 24/7, but I know that, especially when I'm in Alaska on a cruise, last time we went, I had one of these with me, and it was a godsend. It rains so much in some of those ports, and you don't always want to wear a poncho and be that person, so if you take a tiny travel umbrella, you'll have it with you when you need it. 2 more things on my list. One of the most important things is being able to weigh your luggage before you get to the airport, so you can do all that rearranging before you have to check your bags. I carry my luggage scale with me. This one's great. I got it at Walmart, and it literally folds up to be really small. It slides into a pocket. You can weigh your bags before you leave the hotel room, so you know exactly where you're at and not have to worry about those overages and charges. And the last thing is a product that I never really knew about till about a year ago. And when you go to the beach or you're on a cruise ship and you're lying on one of the loungers and you want to throw your towel over top, a lot of people buy those big bulky clips that you can clip on and hold your towels. Well, they still fly around, flow around. The clips aren't always the best. So I found online a company named Towel Bandit. Again, not sponsored, but these items are so handy. So you put your towel over the chair, over the lounger, you stretch this over top, and it holds your towel in place. I usually carry a couple of them with me. Not only do they hold your towels in place, but I found all kinds of uses for them in my travels. It's a giant elastic band. So if you want to roll up some of your clothes in your luggage and have them, remain together, what do you think you can do with this? Wrap it around it and hold it tight. These things have come in handy so many times when I'm traveling, and I love them. Check out thetowelbandit.com for these, and they come in all different colors, and you may think, oh, it's just a giant rubber band, but they are amazing. Everybody needs to get them for their next travel. So this has been a list of my favorite things that I take with me when I travel. I kind of sound like Oprah, don't I? I'll make sure to put links below in the description box to as many of the things in this list that I can, so that you can check them out yourself, and maybe you can add them to your bag next time you're traveling somewhere. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so that you can keep up to date with all things travel related. As I always say, let adventure guide you. No maps needed.